That was OG getting smashed with 2 oracles. It was versus, I think, Secret, right?
Yeah,
they did it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But, I mean, this is a hero that I don't really know what the hero does. I think it's still probably around like that same thing. They want to play this really early timing and apply a lot of pressure. That's why they also go for a Juggernaut. But I feel like if they don't have like a solid 20 minutes, this game just ends. Like I'm not sure what to think about a Huskar.
I mean, that's the thing, though. You've got to respect the fact that Liquid, they must obviously have incredible confidence in it. Yeah. Because, sure, you pick an Oracle, but in this day and age, the other team's probably not worrying about a Huskar. They still show it out second. You know, they very much could have gotten away with leaving that Huskar to later on in the draft. Yeah,
I mean, they saw Phoenix and Doom. So I guess they're thinking, like, because of the way, you know, versus, like, Doom and stuff like that, like, you can just reach it. I'm really not sure. I'm really curious to see what they make happen with it, because the one other thing I do want to touch on is that Navi's draft has literally 0 stuns. They have Inferno Blade, Supernova Pop, and I guess whatever Doom eats is to be a stun, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Obviously, if you're just joining us after game one, we did see Navi just destroy Liquid. It was not close at all. Let's see how things go here in this game too. As Liquid, this very intriguing opener straight away. Oracle Huskar, this is what they want to roll with. And Navi themselves, I mean, other than the fact that they lack the stuns, do you like sort of the other ways that Navi's responded to this Huskar Oracle opening? Have they got any sort of strong counters and things that are very nice in response to that?
Yeah, I like the Lifestealer and the Nature's Perfect pick for sure. I think these two are very good versus these heroes. The Lifestealer, because you know what matchup he was against, the Sanking and the Puck, he'd seen it. So he's like, all right, a Rage is going to be really good in this game, and he can focus fire Huskar in mid game. Like a strong Lifestealer, pretty good versus Huskar is Roger.
So if they can get him it. He's got Brown Boots level 1, so gonna have a good bit of movement speed, but they've got the burst there. Another nuke comes out between the two of them as Sanya and Boxy finish him off. Boxy able to start his game off with the first blood.
Yeah, let's see what they do at the top lane too, because I believe that it was like the last one that did this too, is they gave Taiga all the farm when they did the Sanking Puck, and they did it twice. 2 different games that we saw last time they played this, where it's a 3 Sanking actually and a 4 Puck in the style that they do.
Yeah, let's see how it pays off. I mean, you know, Boxy, last game on their slider is the 3. He did have a bit of a tough time.
He did.
So maybe, again, as you say, Liquid just showing that they do have this flexibility. Things around a little bit.
Yeah,
they have had success with, a lot of success with WePlay. They did win a lot of games like this.
Yeah, and immediately we see it. It's confirmed. Like, it's a 3 Taiga. Yeah. It's a 3 Sanking. Even though he has boots and it can be looking a little weird, that's the way that they're setting up that lane. Bottom General is on his own in this matchup. Can be at risk of dying a little bit down here, but with the help of the Doom, I think this should be a pretty okay lane for him. But Jug's gonna free farm. That's the important thing for Liquid.
Yeah, and then the mid lane matchup, I mean, obviously they picked it knowing that qojqva's going to be mid on the Huskar. You know, having the Iceberg Silencer here, this is a hero that does pretty well in the matchup against our Huskar mid.
He hits hard. He hits real hard. The damage coming out from Silencer is no joke. Huskar, one of the lowest armor heroes, so this damage, it builds up quick. It's that pure damage anyway, but just that little bit of extra, it does ramp up. I've never seen the matchup, but I can imagine that Silencer does pretty good in this one. Can't say that Huskar won't farm, though.
So far, DS here, qojqva just with a couple of advantage. So, I mean, in terms of sort of the lanes that Liquid had go the worst last time round, I mean, which lane was it? Was it sort of the off lane that didn't really get much done? So this is sort of the lane where you're going to be looking to see if Liquid can step it up a bit compared to game 1. Yeah,
they are 100% they can this game, because they just have a normal dual lane. You know, it's not an Earthshaker lane. Always want to fly, might actually just die here.
Yeah, some good body blocks here from Tiger. Sandstorm's out. They've got themselves the kill. Top lane, I mean, Boxy, it's the second kill for him. Starting off with a lot of gold now on this puck, getting his early kills.
Yeah, I mentioned at the end of that last game too that I did want to see Liquid in particular address their lanes more, but right now we can see much better lane setup this game.
Again, seems having no issue down here on the bottom left. Top lane, they're trying going on to Tiger. He has got the burrow out, but Vici and always want to fly, able to stay on top of him. Sandstorm's going to be up in a second. Doesn't matter either way. Tiger's actually got the movement speed with those boots to get away. But he's going to be good. Boxy doing what we saw Tiger doing last time around, just grabbing these creeps and making them meet behind the tower, trying to deny a full wave away from Navi safely.
Oh, and he's got it perfect too. Not onto the range creep, but he'll be able to deny pretty much the entirety of that wave there as Taiga brings himself out of bottle. And okay, actually TPing in mid.
And Boxy wants to try and get the jump on Iceberg.
Pinging on the mid lane creep, so maybe wants to orb as that's going down. He's committing. Some body
blocks, but Iceberg, he can turn, and it might just be enough now. Boxy's got the face, so Boxy won't go down.
Oh, the glyph though on the creep there. qojqva trying to get aggressive again. 1 or 2 more spears.
Been back forward there, taking a third spear to the face. He's got the fairy fire in the south, so he's going to be fine. Living right on the edge though, getting back in range for qojqva to get a final hit in. Bottom lane, Roger. He's able to wrap around, get the courier. Insania, has he got enough burst to kill him? He has. Insania. That level 3, 2 points of the Purifying Flames. That allows him to take out the Doom.
Very nicely done. Yeah, we can see already off to an infinitely better start. Nice little lane setups here. And Navi, they don't have that type of explosive stuff this time around, and they don't have this explosive clockwork. You know, Roger's playing a Doom, which is a lot harder to make work than a hero that can just naturally kill everyone on the map with just level 3. Does has the Alpha Wolf though, now eaten up, so he does just lane bottom with General. I think that would just be the best situation for them there.
I mean, is that sort of the best creep for the job right now? Is still if he sees a Frost Ogre, that he's going to prefer that?
The thing is, he's into Oracle, so he can dispel it a lot of the times.
That's very true, actually. Yeah, I mean, maybe good point.
He still could look for it because he's like, you know, the cooldown's so low, so you can just put it back on your stuff. I think either one of these 2 creeps are the best creeps that he could have right now. Definitely wants to find a stun creep though in this game because, like I said, they have no disables. At some point, he will need that, especially to protect the egg.
So what the plan is here from Rogers, he's going to grab the mid from underneath the tower, and I guess he's going to try and make him meet in a bit of a better position for Iceberg. I mean, Iceberg's going to want these creeps. He's going to want these creeps.
No, they have PTP. They can pressure tower. This is actually pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, qojqva, he's got a TP out. He'll make it away. Damage not enough, but you're right. Just this little move interfering with the spawn of the siege creep wave. It's going to allow Nav to get some good damage onto this tier 1 tower mid.
It forces reaction too. Like Taiga actually has to leave the top lane and come over here to Sandstorm to stop this. He doesn't want to. I mean, it's more than half damage on the tower. That was a very clever move there by Roger. In General coming in to help out that mid. General is going to be a bit under leveled now because of this. As the bottom lane was not the easiest. It's only 4.5. Still wants to get that level 6 at a good timing for his Wrath. And we see Roger. He eats the catapult of the opposing side. He waits for his Devour. So their push is not going to come in the mid lane at all because of that.
He's going to try and run up top to Boxy, but Boxy still has the orb out. Burrow Strike comes into play. Onto always want to fly. They might just find the Phoenix. They do. Boxy jumps back in with the Waning Grip. Nukes him down. Roger's going to try and finish off the puck. Got the movement speed to stay on top. Oh, actually gets the crit. That'll do it. The crit comes out. He gets the kill. And now with General, they're looking over towards Tiger, but a Burrow Strike up to the high ground will allow him to get away. Roger, does he still want to chase? No, he doesn't want to dive towers. Tiger will be fine.
Of course he crits, right? Like the only way that he gets the kill in the 1 hit. Box probably gets ran down eventually anyway, but good old RNG. How did this mid matchup end up? Pretty even, yeah. All things considered. I think dead even on gold. 24-20 on both of them.
Oh, good balance. Perfect balance here.
And V-Tune will be going for your kind of just standard build. I figured it would be the armlet, you know, your armlet, your Deso. Maybe throws in a halberd at some point this game because it's so good versus the Huskar.
I think you're going to want to. Someone's going to want to.
Someone will want one, yeah.
Yeah, halberd is going to be everything against. I mean, yeah, not just him, also Mickey's Jug.
Yeah.
You're going to want to have to Psalm.
It'll be something to at least protect the egg too, right? Because we're saying limited disables, kind of going to be hard to protect that egg. If they do get something like halberd, these type of things, it can definitely bail them out in the mid game. very close early game here.
Look at, they're going to try and make the move with Iceberg, bringing him up towards the top.
Okay.
I mean, they might not even need him to kill a Tiger. Actually, Tiger going for the smart move straight away with the TP. And as you keep saying, TPs are going to be everything for Liquid. It's going to save them a lot of deaths.
Under attack.
And they're going to be able to just get away from Na'Vi each and every time that Na'Vi make these moves. Unless at this point of the game, Iceberg's in on the front. But even then, there's no points in the Infernal Blade. Liquid's going to have an easy escape option.
Oh, you mean Roger? Okay, I was so confused.
Wait, what did I say?
Iceberg for the Doom.
Oh, yes, I mean Roger. these
I was like, wait, what?
Well, they're all the same to me, it's Doom play. Not Roger or Iceberg. But no, you're right. Yeah. Roger.
I think Navi's going to be praying for, I mean, even, you know, there is items that, you know, the clumsiness, that might be something they're praying for in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, something. Maybe get sort of a rod on someone as well.
Yep, the Wrath comes out, Foxy gets slowed up, but he'll be able to reset toward the tower. Can't set up for a kill with the first Wrath of Nature. As I feel like it's going to be just tough for them to set up kills a lot of the time with just no disables.
I don't know
It's a little bit of a weird game for Navi to get kills.
How do they get the kills? I mean, they've gotten one so far. I think that's impressive. I mean, you're right. You know, Navi's very much... It's going to take Liquid diving towers and running into them, and Na'Vi able to just turn it. Na'Vi do not have the means to be very proactive at all with the lineup.
I think just tanking spells and turning stuff around was the thing that I was thinking about, right? Like the raindrop baits or something that these spells don't kill, and then they can get some turnaround kills is Tiger.
Trying for him. It's out to the side, but Roger's waiting on the low ground. They bring the full 5 man of them there in Na'Vi.
He gets the hit.
He does. Iceberg beginning to add to his tally. +2.
But look at the side lanes though. Mika, he's pushing bottom hard with the spin. They also have qojqva set up around the mid lane with Insania. They're trying to wrap around him though. Roger is 6 at an early time, pre-10 minutes.
Are fortified.
And he does have the Faded Brooch, probably the best item you can get on a Doom. He's got this increased movement speed to catch heroes.
Quip. Here's the 4 bounty runes going their way. Gonna move down to the bottom lane, try and finish off his armlet. Okay, very much ready for action, going for these early stat build. Phase drums into Yasha is going to be the order of the day for Mickey. And, he's going to switch it up as well. Sees V-Tune come down to the bottom. He's ready to head up top and help put some pressure onto the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, mirror match those pushes. I just see Roger, again, 10-minute mark hits. Devours up, he walks to mid, eats the catapult. So, won't be a catapult push coming in there. We see qojqva, he's standing very aggressively up on the high ground, trying to push this wave in.
Yeah, he can get away with it. Unless Roger's able to make some sort of magical move round behind him and drop a Doom.
Yeah.
qojqva is, he's not ever going to die in these situations. They just don't have the means to jump and hold him in position.
So Iceberg is queuing up that Atos. Like we said, any type of forms of catch, they need something because their catch is very underwhelming. It will continue to be. Mickey going for top tower. Doom, he's wrapping around here. Roger is smoked. This might be a setup here.
Straight down, they get the Doom. Let's manage to get the Blade Fury off in time, so a little safety from the magical damage. You always want to fly, but of course that Blade Fury only lasts for so long. It comes to an end. The Ball's promise save this there from Insania. In fact, with the Dreamcoil turnaround, they're going to look to try and turn it on to always want to fly. They've found the Phoenix, getting in for more. Mickey's back up to full HP thanks to the heals from Insania. He's in with the Omnisash over towards Roger. Liquid turning it around there in style. As it really is just this problem. Na'Vi, they cannot get kills. They go on someone and they don't really have the means to go on someone. The roof's out, TP's cancelled on Iceberg. It's another one for Liquid as... Yeah, it just looks like Navi's just put this game on insane difficulty for themselves. How do they ever start fight?
As soon as he gets the spin-off, they can't apply a slow to him. So, yeah, he's just fine. He's able to get his teammates close enough in time, and they respond fully. There still is a trade bottom, not be able to get that tower, but yeah, costly. As Global was used, Doom was used. Quite a bit expanded there to try to get those kills.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And now, Sanking Blink Dagger. So the team fights from Liquid, it's very strong. They have a very strong team fight lineup with the Sanking and Puck, and the Sanking has a very good timing on that Blink Dagger already. So catch is always going to be there for Liquid. Fight's going to be there for Liquid. And Navi, you know,
I mean,
problematic period of time.
Well, I feel like Navi's got to sort of just play this game where you have General on the Prophet, just constantly splitting up the map, just making sure the game goes on long enough.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
To get to the point where he has a Bastion Abyssal, you know what I mean? I feel like that's going to be the point that they're actually able to sort of get the Lifestealer in and do things confidently. You see with the build, going for this Death So AC minus armor, of course that is great, but then, you know, still therein lies the problem of actually being able to keep someone within reach of the Lifestealer.
Dire are scanning.
I was going to say the same thing, though. I feel like a good plan for Navi is really just don't feel too under the gun to force stuff here. Like, you have a very good, a very good scaling draft. We have Doom as well. You're fighting into a lot of team fight, though, and you do have a Silencer core, which can suffer a bit, but they have a Huskar core, so theirs also can suffer.
No, I mean, yeah, if they can stall Death So AC Abyssal on the Lifestealer, that's going to sort of be the next point. Considering, you know, if Liquid don't make mistakes, you know, sure, Navi's lineup at the moment, if Liquid do dive a little too far and hand it to them, bottom lane, commitment made, onto the Lifestealer, Pichu's able to get the rage up, is into the creep, and he's able to make it out of there, he'll live. Now he's going to look to try and turn, General comes in with a big Nature's Wrath over on towards Tiger, Tiger's out to the side with the Burrow Strike, they've got qojqva in their sights, but they've got, of course, nothing to stop TPs, so qojqva's away. Managed to at least not lose the Lifestealer, but still just not able to punish Liquid for that.
So close to getting him, though, even with the cute little play there from the inner fire. Almost breaks the coil to get V2 killed down there, but unable to do so. And that was, what, 2 ults used, right? Yeah, 2 ults committed to try to get that Lifestealer finally brought down. So I think if that says anything, right, for Navi, I feel like this is exactly when they're probably telling themselves, guys, let's chill.
Yeah.
Play farm game. Chill. Doom's farming, Furion's farming, Lifestealer's farming.
That's what you got to, I think that, yeah,
chill.
Absolutely.
Yeah, mode chill.
And we'll see how, you know, I mean, in that sense, do you think there's going to be some urgency from Liquid, you know, feeling that they do have to kind of keep the pressure up in this game?
They can do this. They can Healing Ward plus Roach, right, for Huskar, and then they can do this off the map. Maybe Navi does not expect this. There is a coil back up, still no epicenter.
Navi not heading over there at all. Should be the Roche for Liquid. I mean, got the 3 of them around mid. Iceberg has that ASOS complete. Now at least a little bit of hold. Of course, you know, Liquid with the Oracle, Insania is always going to have ways to help those that do get focused. Also some sort of semi-control there as well now from General as he's finished off the Orchid. But again, it's you know, Insania's going to be the real issue. You know, Insania's just on this Oracle going to consistently have the saves for whoever gets targeted by these abilities, these items.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, he has to play really far in the back still. General can find him. That's the one thing. Huskar is one of those heroes that just runs in and gives a lot of information. But this is what Liquid, I feel like Liquid has to accomplish quite a bit here. I think they really have to press the issue and actually get a real advantage in this game. Maybe claim it tier 2 if possible.
I don't think you can afford to slow down too much if you're Liquid here.
No.
I mean, especially
they get a base ward too, so they get good vision behind the towers.
Got to focus on towards top. General is in position. It's waiting to see what does end up coming out on this top lane. And it's going to be pretty much the full squad of Liquid heading over it. They want to try and take a fight around this tier 2. I don't know. This could be risky.
It is such good ward coverage. Like, Liquid's going to see everything coming over there before. I don't think that the Navi is set up for this.
This would be a very hard hold, and already Tiger, he's found his target. Straight not to always want to fly, but always want to fly out with a dive. So this is, yeah, General's already out of it. This is not a tower they're holding on to. They've just got to let this one go to Liquid.
Radiant's middle tower.
Like we said, mode chill. You know, don't be forced to react to Liquid. Play around your own game, your own draft style. That's what they're doing right here. They split it up. They don't lose anybody either, which is pretty huge. Now they might get caught though. Roger sticking around a moment.
Oh, recall off the mark though from Boxy. And the dust as well, off to a waste. A little too late, and Roger just slightly out of reach for the puck.
It's like perfect
Roger's
timing.
able to make it away, and good job he does as well for himself. As that devour, that will give him the money for his blink. So we're getting there, you know, better catch up and set up for Navi. Roger's got the blink with the hoof stomp, the Doom.
Yep.
So they are sort of getting themselves through the the bit of the game that could be kind of hard to play. But as you said, it definitely feels like Navi are playing it smart. They're not losing too many lives, and they're not throwing themselves into unnecessary engagement.
They are under vision though here. Always want to fly. He's walking up right into them.
Oh, they're gonna jump. Always want to fly. He's gonna get the chance to pop the egg, but they're gonna kill the egg off immediately. Roger jumps in, tries to hold him in position with the stun, but comes in just a little too late. So always want to fly goes down. Mickey's charging over the wall side with the Blade Fury. They'll get him as well. Again, as you said, just the vision, the setup that Liquid have across this half of the map, making it very hard for NAVI to prepare without Liquid knowing exactly what's going on.
Oh man, I actually have to take a look at the replay. I was clicking on the Doom. I thought he was going to blink and hook stomp the three of them on the egg.
I think he was just not to them because I saw he blinked in and War Stomp was not used at all. He did not.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So I can only imagine he just got in before the after the egg went out.
Yeah, or they were just like hesitant because Iceberg wanted, he instantly global, but maybe some communication is Liquid. They're going to run with this here, trying to go for high ground.
Reaching, going on to qojqva, but qojqva, of course, with the Aegis back, has been insane. That's not a kill, they're getting it out. The Jumping always want to fly, Stop does come out, but it's not enough to save the Phoenix. The Phoenix is dead. Silence is there on the jump, but there's Insania with the save. False promise onto the K. Keeping this push up again. Tiger commits with the barrage strike over onto Roger. Roger's caught on the front of it all. He goes down. Liquid staying there, standing their ground on a high ground, looking for this tier 3. Vichu trying to beat them back, but he cannot push them off the tower. We'll have the backdoor protection kicking in for now. The creep wave momentarily gonna reach back up. As we're 20 minutes in, they're looking for these barracks here, Liquid. Feel that Navi's not gonna have too much to push them away. What can Navi do? Tiger, this time off the mark with a burrow strike. Doesn't find the connection, and now there's no false promise save to back him up as he'll go down. Navi, do they want to try and chase for more off this? They're gonna smoke.
They definitely do.
See what sort of a catch they can find. Iceberg, he's got the rod in 8 seconds. qojqva is out with the TP. There'll be nothing to stop it. qojqva's away. Liquid do manage to make sure they don't lose anyone else off the back of it. As Navi will hold. They lose the tier 3, but they keep their racks intact.
Foxy silenced.
Got him. Or have they? Yes, they have. The attempt to save there from Insania. Nothing to allow Boxy to jump out in time. So Navi, a couple of kills off the back of that defense. Getting themselves quickly out and onto the map.
You can see how rushed Liquid is, though, to try to get some type of advantage. And that's what they should be doing, right? Especially with that Aegis, they want to be able to get some type of advantage there. But Navi holds without losing too much. Like, they get the racks left, which is everything. Yeah, that's everything for them.
That's a hold against an Aegis Huskar.
Gives V-Tune time to finish up his next item. Gives time for General. Same thing for Roger. I mean, Roger's getting close to passing 2 of his scores pretty soon on the Doom.
The seeds of fortune.
If you're Liquid, what's sort of the plan now? Do you have to keep going? Do you have to wait for Roche and get an Aegis and cheese before you try again? They're going to go for a smoke, but
I think you have to force the issue. I don't think that you want to be slowing down too much in this game, no.
Going in with the jump, brings the follow up. Global silence comes out, but that was never really good at the tier 2. No global, no supernova for 25 seconds.
And it is a game where, I mean, global can have a huge impact too. Like, you're playing versus Oracle. So whenever you want to jump the frontline targets, if you just pop the global while you're focusing, you can't save in a lot of those situations. So yeah, a couple wasted by here in this game so far.
I see. Let's see if Liquid want to try and push for the high ground once more.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Keeping the momentum high, Liquid. Gonna have another attempt at breaking the base.
Someone needs to snipe this healing ward. It went the whole 25 seconds before.
qojqva. That's a half HP, but you're right. As long as this healing ward lives, they aren't going to be scared. Roger does get a good stop on the sooner, but time's going to capture. Bro's not getting super over the side. Wopsy's in. Omni's going to over on Vichu getting low, but he's able to jump into the safety. General, the supernova stun, it hits on the qojqva. Insania will give it the false promise, disarms one onto Vichu, but Vichu, he's just able to stand his ground against qojqva. qojqva's going to be dead for sure. Roger tries to chase for Mickey. Mickey has been doomed. Tiger's gone over the epicenter of the silence there onto Vichu. Vichu still alive though. He's able to survive it all. He'll get away. They have lost the 2 of them. The silence out onto Boxy. One more bit of damage before the silence will kill him, but it can't reach him. Boxy's able to make it away. Tiger out as well with the barrage strike. General is hunting. The vision with the Sprout, but Tiger just a little too far away, and Senya's away with the TP, and Tiger will live. So again, I mean, Navi they lose a couple of heroes, Navi, but they do defend. The tier 3 is still up this time. They don't even lose that. They're able to slow Liquid down once more.
It's still remarkable that Liquid only loses one hero, but I mean, I say it's remarkable, but it's because there's literally no stuns on the side of Navi. They just are able to just walk away out of the fight there. We see the distraction coming out from Roger, that Doom actually allowing them to focus fire qojqva, but yeah, Navi only gets the 1 kill. But they do hold the high ground, which is the majority of the importance. But yeah, I really thought that they were going to get at least like 3-4 kills there and get themselves a big advantage. But Liquid's still in a fine spot, as we see Mikke has gone for a Battle Fury.
I mean, this is smart, right? You know, you sort of feel for as Liquid, you know that they wanted to try and see if they could get away with closing out quick. Mikke, he is going to be that insurance policy. He gets a Battle Fury, and now with the Jug scaling in this sort of game, then you are going to be covered if the game does get held on to a later moment by Navi.
Yeah, Doug can hold his ground versus a Lifestealer pretty decently. V2, he's gone for the S and Y this game. I thought if he was going to do this one, he would go for the disassemble, but
okay,
he's not going to be doing that. He just wanted this just stats and movement speed to be able to stick onto targets. It's going to delay the Basher, and I think the Basher is the real big item for him.
These games as well, you know, Iceberg on this mid silence, you know, +8. That we've seen smarter silencers. You know, this isn't a game where Iceberg's been able to really clean up and get that in at all. 24 minutes in, definitely a slow start for the man's brain gains.
They're infesting up 2. I guess the SNY also does provide him the steps just for stuns and silence. Yeah, I'm okay with it, whatever.
So top,
yep, post.
They get a jump. Roger is going to go in straight away. There they come out with the global silence. They're on top of the Huskar. Doom's going to be dropped down as well. Scott General, he's out on the back. Oracle's going to split off to the side. They'll dive forward with the Phoenix to chase him out. V2 stays on top of Tiger. Tiger's over with the burst trap, but the curse kills him off. Navi, great move, and they're maybe not quite done yet. Roger charging in, looking towards Mikke, but Mikke hands up that Lay Fury and Omni Slash at the ready, so Navi can't chase that on. But yet 3 kills just like that off the back of Navi charging in onto Liquid, whilst Liquid, you know, they were set up, they were around that outpost ready, as it seemed, for some sort of a fight, but they just did not have the means to take it, with Roger getting that sort of blink stun initiation.
And this time they're actually able, they used their combo. They're actually able to do it now because they have this blink stomp in these situations. It's global. No way, there's no way to save the front targets. Like there's no counterplay for the Oracle unless he predicts the global is coming and you fortunes end yourself as the global is coming, so that you can remove the silence and get that false promise. I'm gonna be trying to watch for that one. It's very hard to actually do, but I have seen a couple of players predict those type of plays. But that's your only counterplay until you get a Lotus Orb or something along those lines to remove it. So I think if they just keep looking for jumping that front hero, Navi can have a lot of success.
I mean, it was just a very smooth play from them. Yeah, they're just 3 heroes dead
Radiant's
off the back of it. And
is under attack.
see Mikke coming back over. I mean, Liquid is instantly looking for more action around here with the smoke move, but Navi's out to the side. Liquid can't get the catch this time.
I think it's Doom and Global on CD.
Radiant
I
structures.
mean, Navi's still hovering around as if they're willing to fight this.
Radiant's bottom tower.
General split pushing, that's why he's forcing down bottom, so they're trying to, like, you know, come at us, and then General's just gonna take the tower. But that's very rush.
Seems less than 1k in at the moment between the 2 sides. It's Liquid, yeah, with this Aegis and Cheese, we'll see them try and go once again for a high ground siege. Navi won't be able to head over the pit in time to do anything about it.
They can't. They couldn't anyway. The global is just coming up. Doom's still not available just yet either. Maybe still positioning themselves for a fight. It's always want to fly. It's about to hit level 12. If I was hit at least, I'd be like, yo, kill some creeps. Come on, guys. Get me my 12. Kill a couple of him. Still set up on the high ground here.
qojqva stepping in with Tiger.
Okay.
Oh, he's going to get a jump straight in onto mid. They're on for this Jug, and the Jug, he's gone. He's out as well. They're going to try and see if they can get more here. Liquid's got to be careful. They've lost their carry. As qojqva looking towards always want to fly, but always want to fly is level 12. So he's still at 2 points of the supernova. It's going to get stunned though. Won't get a chance to pop it. Quick moves from Tiger, stopping any chance. And the Phoenix drop is General coming from back lines. Boxy's hunting. Has got the Yules and Dreamcore for the setup if he finds him, but General's able to sneak away. Navi, they get the quick kill onto the Jug, but Liquid's still able to clean up 2 kills. Back in, General also able to make it out straight up to the top lane.
Radiant's bottom
Caught
tower
Iceberg on
is
the
under
high ground
attack.
as the Jug got caught in the mid lane. So Navi still was a little bit cautious to just straight up commit a fight. Although I felt like they could actually just go a little bit harder into that one there, but just giving some respect to this Huskar still for the moment.
Yeah, just not finding a perfect opportunity to drop the Supernova. Really always want to fly. And as we're saying, you know, he's still very vulnerable to getting blown up. You know, Tiger constantly just keeping his mind on the whereabouts of that Phoenix, watching him, knowing that he's going to try and wait until he's low to pop the... I think there's going to be this timing where qojqva a few hundred away from the BKB. You know, you've got BKB, you've got Harvard, you've got the Sages. I feel like if they don't manage to get at least one set of racks soon, Liquid, you know, it is going to get to the point where it's just going to all fall on the shoulders of Mickey to carry it as it scales, and that's a lot of pressure on a Jug that, you know, there are multiple ways that Navi will have to just throw big ults on him. Dropping down this Doom onto Mickey late game is going to work out fantastically. Tiger trying to jump in to start things off. Straight away we have Bichu turning over towards Mickey, always want to fight, with the dive, but no off for now. qojqva going forward.
It's a really good angle.
They're trying to kill off Iceberg, but they're underneath the Supernova. They've got to be careful, Liquid. They're backing away. Boxy, he's focused down by the Sunray. Boxy will fall. Liquid, they've lost a member. They've got to, I don't know if they can stick around for this Rex. They've got to be careful. Going in between with the rage. This Huskar come out. Omni Slash is there from Mickey. Onto General, takes him out. Jump ball, Roger. Over the 2 of them. The Doom is dropped down to Mickey. Mickey goes down. qojqva, he's being taken. He's taking a lot of damage here, but it's not enough to outdo the heals. The heals from Insania getting him back up to pretty much full HP. He'll live. 2 buybacks did come out from Navi there on that attempt. Liquid are pushed back, but this time definitely a bit more of an expensive hold from Navi with that buyback investment.
Yeah, General actually just TP'd right in the middle of all of them and just gets Omni Slashed and just is forced to buy back because of that one. A little bit over aggressive from him, just really wanted to get in there and get the kills. I think he thought Liquid was on full retreat, but they weren't completely on full retreat yet. Gets caught out a little bit there, but V2, like you said, he's the big winner out of all this every single time. He's still leading the charge, 405, 17k net worth, and he's getting close to those next big items. This Abyssal Blade in particular will allow him much easier access inside the team fights to just jump from target to target. And then it won't just rely on Roger always being the one to stun. And they held it. No racks still taken. We're just really trying to get it, but just unable to every single time here.
Nice times here for Liquid Fan. Paladin Sword and Titan Sliver. Between the 2 of them. Okay, about 2,000 off the Scotty. Still very much the test for Liquid. Can they actually break this base? Still, just Navi holding on these racks. Nothing has been lost yet on their high ground other than that mid-tier 3 tower. Huge farm it does continue to just stay at the top on quite some space as well, considering that this is Mickey with the Battle Fury.
Yeah. This is still some moments though where it's a little scary for Navi, right? Iceberg without the buyback, we've seen how keen Liquid is and just they commit onto him. They just kill him every single time. So he has to be very careful of his positioning. Is still far away from that BKB. They're looking for smoke to catch on that Roshan Aegis timer. About 15 seconds until Aegis is reclaimed. So they're trying to get a big jump during that.
I mean, Liquid are a little split up. Roger, if he finds the jump,
Glimmering in.
see what he can get, Tiger. They've got vision down straight away. Tiger with the bow strike, trying to put a halt to the move. He's out. Roger, does he want to dive for this? Oh, he does. Straight in under the tier 2. Collapsing in onto Tiger. Tiger buys some time with the self-fuels, and with that, Tiger, he's actually able to lift. And that Navi's got to be careful. They blew quite a bit on that attempt. There's going to be the silence out onto Roger. Dream Coil as well. He'll snap it off to the side. Does still have the BKB ready to pop, and he's going to go for the BKB TP out. Roger's away. Navi will manage to disengage after that failed attempt to try and kill off Tiger's
Good disengage from Roger there. They had to fix their lanes a little bit too. Everything was kind of pushing in. Liquid had gained a little bit of momentum on the map there. It's not the dream initiation either for them. There's no coil now for about, I mean, it's such a low cooldown, only 30 seconds. They can't really take advantage of that. And they still have 30 seconds till their BKB, so Roger being a little cautious. Liquid very aware that move was coming, though. Taiga just in the perfect position there to stop that gank.
And the Abyssal Blade is very close to being done if he wants to go full in on it. Without worrying about buyback, we'll see how confident he does feel. I mean, he hasn't died yet this game, so maybe every reason to feel that he can get away with just spending the money and trying to utilize that incredible strength he's going to have when the Abyssal Blade's done as soon as possible.
Yeah, they even give him, this is actually cool, they give him the Greater Fairy Fires, because they know the only way he dies is his rage, right? If he gets caught by like silences and just stunned during the rage, when it's off. So this actually gives him a little bit more window to make sure that he can get that off. I like that quite a bit. Usually not the most amazing item for these carries. Sure, it gives you damage, but usually you see them holding like a Mindbreaker. This game, I can definitely see why he wants it.
There we go. So, I mean, Pichu's lifesteal are very, very strong right now. I mean, still, though, same to be said for Mickey. Mickey is definitely closing that gap. He has the full Skadi done. So really all about the jumps. If they are able to burst Mickey without Insania being able to save him, you know, that would be sort of the dream start for a fight for Na'Vi. Pretty tanky stat count. Lots of time and opportunity for Insania to be able to somehow find some way of saving him, and also a double damage to spawn up top. Liquid could make moves with this.
Yeah, I've been constantly checking to see if they're going for any type of like Lotus Orbs or anything, but they weren't until just now, pretty much. Taiga had queued it up a little bit ago, but he prioritized other items like Solar Crest and all that this game, which it can make your judge's life a little scary when you're playing versus Doom, when you're playing versus Silencer. You have no way to remove this silence still for Insania. So that global is still always going to be a big issue when they do just commit onto the frontline hero. Navi's finishing up their few items here. Iceberg is about to have BKB done. General getting close to his Hex. So they're going to have a little bit of an easier way to fight too on their side of Navi, Iceberg in particular. Probably going to be all about this next Roche.
And I think, you know, this Roshan probably more. You know, it feels almost essential for Liquid to get it. If they don't get this Roche, this Aegis Cheese, and whatever it be, the Aghanim's or the Refresher Shard, I think they're going to have a huge issue. I mean, they're trying to push into Na'Vi, having those tools, it's going to be incredibly hard for them to the point where they sort of have to wait for the next one. But then at that stage, is it going to sort of be too late for Liquid?
Game of team fights. Whoever gets the jump, it really does feel like.
And we have seen the last few times Roger's been very good at finding it.
Radiant
Very nice usage of the War Stomp from Roger's Doom.
Ooh. It's very, very far away from his team up here.
Yeah, he's in trouble here. He's in a lot of trouble. We'll jump to the side with the Abyssal onto Mickey. And quite a bit of damage actually forcing out that. Now with the Doom down onto Mickey. Mickey's got to be careful. The healing water is out, but he's running away. And now General's able to TP across. Roger is still alive right now. The Reveille's coming out. The Rod of Atos is there. The Global Science, they're focusing down Mickey. The Supernova out as well, as Mickey is trying to run. He's falling solo. He'll be able to put them out and get out of there. The Supernova successful. Cutting qojqva through his BKB. Yeah, he's got a Targa. He's in with the epicenter straight away onto Pichu. Pichu's still alive somehow. Pichu, he's falling low. Can't finish him off. The lifesteal's keeping it alive, but finally Pichu goes down. Liquid will be able to claim the fight. They come back into it. Taiga with the jump. Boxy joining as well with that buyback. And that's a very important one for them. Coming around this Roshan spawn as Insane is just about to spot it up. They've won the team fight, and with that, they should be able to get this Roche for themselves, no problems.
Yeah, I think they can just do it here. There's going to be no spells up at all. And I think Navi just got way too hungry for Mickey. Like, it already got too far away. They kept committing to one. Then they ended up just losing the fight up north because of that there. Because they just, all the attention was on this jug. Some big mistakes in the team fight, and Liquid kept their cool during it. Taiga, great positioning for the FE. Yeah, they held the Omni the whole time too. It just comboed it.
Oh, without doubt, definitely. Yeah, you can sort of taste the excitement from Navi when they landed the Doom on the jug. You know they were screaming to go. They were like, let's kill him, and they couldn't. They couldn't quite do it. They were able to bait them in nicely.
And we see that massive swing now because an Aghanims was eaten. So that's like a free 5k or whatever, 6k for Boxy. That makes it jump up that much more. And now it's a BKB Piercing Coil as he does get to bottom. Boxy. War Stomp off the mark.
What's going to have a chance to jump back to the side? He's fine, he's away. And mid lane, they're going to have to do something about this push. qojqva and Mickey onto the melee racks. Tiger jumping in deep onto Always Wanna Fly. Nothing to follow up. Fortifications out. Now going to have to full line it back up Navi, but not before these melee racks go down as Liquid, after many tries down this lane, have finally managed to clean up that racks they've been hunting for. The racks are taken away. What Navi can do now as Liquid, they're ready to try for more here. They still have the Aegis, of course. Tiger's in to jump onto Always Wanna Fly, Always Wanna Fly. Just managed to get the dive out time. Pichu going over the pistol onto Boxy, but there's the save. Insania able to get it off, keeping his puck safe. Doesn't mean there's no opportunity to save the Sand King, and now qojqva could be in trouble. They take him down the box. Sunray burning through him. The regen keeping him alive, but he's fallen. He's lost the Aegis. Dive out from Tiger. Tiger is able to TP over the outpost, get back over at Roger. Jumps on the back, he can't get a 2-man attack because Tiger, he's in with the first strike, stopping Roger from being able to get the ult out. Pichu's had the pop out of the two. He's in trouble as Pichu is focused by the Omni Slash. He's running back to the high ground, buyback from Roger. But Tiger there, I mean, that buyback paying off, able to get in, rejoin the fight, and just managing to stop Roger getting that Doom down. If Roger gets that Doom off, Navi may have been able to chase for more kills.
Such quick reactions. Yeah, it was an instant buyback and TP to the outpost from Tiger a bit back there in time to bail out his team. And Liquid just continuing to impress here. Just pressing this issue forward, and Boxy almost taking the net worth lead somehow also because of getting that Aghanims given to him.
Double damage.
And now full Lincolns also on this puck, so they now have items to deal with this Doom and to protect Mick in particular.
We're getting a confident advantage now.
Oh, they see qojqva for a second here. They have this ward on the high ground. They see both Boxy and qojqva.
qojqva with a DD though. And well, they do have Doom.
But he's
not
got
going to be tempted for this. General. Get himself out before he's found.
They don't have... What do they have to break Lincoln's well from like when they commit forward? It's not easy for them. The Phoenix is about to have Halberd, so they can... I mean, it's still tough. It's going to be really hard for them to break that Lincoln to get Doom onto the proper targets now. Because the Doom doesn't have his own breaker. The Phoenix has to commit with the dive at the same time and Halberd at target.
Yeah, now those saves are going to be even more reliable. Not that they haven't been already. I mean, insane, you know. Fantastic game on the Oracle, 1-1 and 18. Only that one death. You know, now with not only the blink, but the Eon disc as well, he's just always going to be there wherever his teammates need it. It's going to be very hard to stop this Oracle from saving. Next from Liquid is to the top they go. Still moves to be made whilst they have the cheat.
Got to take out all this vision that was just placed by Navi so that they have control of this whole jungle. And they're still, I mean, Mick is still just so huge because of this battle period that he went back for. It's, you know, he's got to be having all these item timings to be able to match this Lifestealer.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, we've seen already the Omni Slashes are full Abyssal on its way out. It is there, it's done. Navi, they're going to have to put up a hell of a defense next time. As maybe their last, they don't find something fantastic from it. Smoke out as they're trying to hunt for General, but General already leaving this bottom lane. I won't catch him out today unless he does decide to return. Patience from Tiger and qojqva as they hunt for more, but no, Navi inside the base.
They're just trying to get some of that vision down still. Navi has no vision except for that one ward on that high ground there. So they have like vision of the enemy jungle a little bit, but very limited for them.
Cute little efficiency here as well from Roger. Using that ninja gear and switching it out for the quickening, just to make sure he's got that reduced cooldown on the big spells like the Doom. Yeah, that's when you can tell, you know, that they're fully focused, looking at maximizing the best they can.
Yeah, he quickening charms just for the Devour there even too. A little bit faster CD on that money. And this Ninja Gear is probably one of the better pickups. It'll allow him to at least try to sneak in for those jumps. But like we said, that Lincoln's on the puck can cause some huge problems. And speaking about the puck a little bit more, is he also did find a Timeless Relic. We didn't point that one out. So Timeless Relic plus Ag's Coil. With all of his spells too, this debuff duration is no joke. And now he also hits level 25, so the Waiting Rift is humongous. And it's at every 6 seconds. Every 6 seconds, and it's got a 3.5, or more than a 3.5 second duration from that debuff duration.
You know, Navi just having a very tough time actually finding anything when they come out now. It's almost like he's just going to get to the point where it is going to have to fall inside the base, the fight that they look to take. Just a question of when Liquid wants to try and force that, as Liquid, with the way that the last fights have gone, taking the racks, and okay, as big as he is, they're probably not really feeling too much pressure anymore themselves. They've managed to get to this point now where they have such a lead that Navi's just going to need some remarkable moves to turn this one around.
Yeah, just some remarkable fights in particular. Just it's such a hard game for the silencer, right? This is why we don't see this core silencer picked up so much. You're so fragile. Like Iceberg, look where he has to play. He knows he has to be inside of his base at tier 4 because he gets caught by anything, he's dead. Just any type of stun, any type of disable, and he gets gone on.
And there's a lot to be caught by.
There is.
The Boxy, Tiger, Sand King, these two heroes ready to jump straight at you. And even Mickey, he's more than happy to just run immediately through the center of the fight and commit with the Abyssal.
We can see the couriers already placed though. You can tell what Liquid's playing for. Keep lanes pushed out, wait for next Roche. Aegis cheeses about how they want to fight against versus Doom. It makes sense too, right? Doom gets countered pretty hard by that Aegis, in particular if they have it on the right target, so they're playing it as safe as they can here.
V2, if he shows though, imagine he won't. I mean, is he going to try and intervene on this creep wave?
He sends the cape in.
They did ping. I did wonder if Tiger might have tried for the Burrow Strike, seeing that cape coming out, but that didn't go for the Burrow Strike into the tree line. Beating able to make it away. Bounty runes up, and despite the pressure, Navi actually able to still manage to secure 2 of them for themselves, no problem.
Liquid's most focused around just waiting for this Roche, playing mostly on the left side there. Roche will respawn now. Instant respawn.
Right, straight over it, they'll start to move. I mean, yes, we're looking at this Roche as well. What big items, the Aghanims, who's getting dibs on the Aghanims? You giving that to the Jug?
I think you give it a Jug now. I think Mick is at a point where those Swift Slashes are going to own real hard. I don't see an argument for giving it to anybody else now. The puck made sense because how good the Ag's Coil is versus Lifestealer and versus those BKBs, but yeah. Would like to see
then Refresher Shard. I guess you're happy with that in the hands of either Boxy or Tiger.
Yep, probably Boxy, just because he's got this bigger net worth and all that, so.
As you say, just for the effectiveness that he's going to have with this Relic and then with the Ag's Dream Coil, a couple of those in a fight, it's going to be impossible for Navi to move around in.
They're infested. They're going to look for some type of jump here. Boxy is the one with the Lincolns, so that's the target they're not looking for. They want the jump.
They got to move soon. This Roche is falling quick and it's already gone.
Oof, that instant respawn. I don't think they were ready for it at all. And yeah, Jug takes.
Massive now, look at that. I mean, now a 23k lead off the back of these items they're finding in the pit.
They're looking at Mickey. He doesn't have Aegis on Mickey.
Oh,
he's doomed.
He's in. With the Doom, but there's the false promise. Straight away, getting Mickey off to the side, featuring focusing him down. Is he actually going to do enough damage? Like Incenius providing some good heals. General comes in with the side, the Supernova's out. There's nobody else to kill it. They're held in position by the ground. There's going to be a dead Mickey. He's going to buy back Somas and Incenius straight away. The Dream Coil from Boxy. Out under the 3 of them. qojqva jumps across over towards Pichu. He needs help. He's going to get it in the form of the Gulliket, but Tiger's in with the epicenter. Pichu goes down. Mickey slashes down the Phoenix, and over towards General, they'll find a 3rd.
What is this?
Liquid, they'll get the 3 kills. Buybacks are available on Navi. And Liquid did have to use 2 buybacks there themselves, but still able to push on. Actually going to hand over the Refresher Shard to Mickey. Double Abyssal, double Omni action in the fights.
But that's everything from Navi committed. The big Doom was used. Mickey just buys back. He's back in the fray.
That's it. See if we can quickly close this one up then. With that in mind, there's the final buyback from NAVI. Can they really stop Liquid? Jump with Tiger. He's in on to always want to play. He's gone. He's out of the game for 100. There'll be no returning for him. As the tier 4 starting to take a beating. Fortification out for NAVI. What can they do though? 4 versus 5 and into an Aegis Cheese Huskar still. qojqva over to Iceberg. They're able to force away. Trying to step in, but again, these disarms coming in immediately before the rage. Limiting what Pichu can get done, and they're just pushing on Liquid. They'll take one tier 4. The second one falling as well. Now, if they got one more fight in them.
Has fallen.
The Ancient, it's exposed. Liquid not even hitting it for now. Now they'll start to look to try and finish it off.
Under attack.
They're trying. It's this Sprout, right? The Sprout, it's stopping it. These Sprouts,
he's just spamming it.
He's just spamming it. It's slowing them down a little bit. It's slowing them down. Roger's now going to look for the jump on qojqva. qojqva caught the BKB. Roger decides immediately he has got buyback. Nothing but a little bit of a slowdown there, those Sprouts, as the throne still falls. Liquid able to do it here in game 2. And I mean, they do it